Woo! All right, guys, we are live for day 3. Coming up very shortly, we will have Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Yes. It's going to be awesome.
It's an interview I think Greg wishes he could have been there for.
I thought about driving down to CGC this morning. I was tired.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try something a little different today. While we're reading the sponsors, we are going to share the actual logos of the people that are help paying our bills. So let me find, where did that go? I don't see it. Hold on. Technical difficulties already. What happened? Oh, no. Okay. That one just disappeared on me. Don't know. Alrighty, let's try that. That'll do. All right. I had it worked out, and then it broke, and then yeah. Okay. There we go. Just make sure that's right. And yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. Greg's turn.
The Short Box Podcast is an award-winning comic book and pop culture podcast out of Jacksonville, Florida, going 8 years strong. If you're looking for a new podcast, check out the Short Box.
At JJ's Comics and Art, head over to at JJ's Comics and Art to check out, and into their bio to check out all the stuff that they have to offer. Plus, later on this afternoon, the website will be launching, which I am hoping is jjscomicsandart.com. I'll have to get that from him and find out.
Next, we have Scott's Collectibles. Scott's is reps for some of the top talent in the business today, and they were kind enough to lend some of that talent to us. Head over to scottscollectibles.co.uk to see the latest offerings from their creators.
Majorpain.com is a website that just recently launched from a brand new retailer. If you're looking for comics or comic arts, head over there or give them a call, and they'll be happy to help you out.
Alpha Omega Certification is the official facilitator for. Let's try this. Alpha Omega Certification is the official CGC facilitator for Comic Conline. Check out alphaomegacertification.com for an amazing list of signature submission opportunities.
Yeah, it's going to be that kind of day, apparently. It's just that
I try to go by memory instead of
I don't think I'm going to try something new this time. I think I don't know. We'll just I can't multitask, buddy.
All right.
I can't. OutrightGeekery.com is the official news provider of Comic Conline. Head over to their website to check out the latest in comic-related news.
We have the Comic Book Shopping Network, which I bought something on last night. So I just want to say real fast, if you miss like conventions going through dollar boxes, check out the Comic Shopping Network. It really has that feel. Like, you see something, Jesse puts it up on screen or whatever, retailer's there, and you're like, oh, I want that for $1 right now. Yes. So it hits that impulse buy aspect. So check them out on Facebook, Comic Book Shopping Network.
All right. And we have oasiscomics.com, your official home for Jay Lee and David Barron exclusive covers. Head over to their website now, and you'll be able to find the Power Ranger color exclusive blanks.
Yeah.
All, I believe, 6 Power Ranger colors represented there. No White Ranger, just the Green Ranger.
It happens. And I'm going to stump Corey on this one. He did not make a graphic for it. Head over to coffincomicsshop.com to get the Comic Conline exclusive. It's an Our Term Lady Death.
Well, to be fair, when I made these graphics, this book wasn't even a thing. That's how fast this thing came together. So, just kind of throwing that out there. All right, so we'll go ahead and pull us off the screen here. And we'll throw up. We'll go live to CGC with Brian and Amanda and Jimmy.
Hey guys.
All right, guys, we'll let you get after it. And have fun.
All right. Well, guys, welcome to day 3 of Comic Con Online here at CGC. As you can see, Amanda and Jimmy's been working hard at all the books that was turned in. What time did you guys get here today?
6 in the morning, I think.
Like
no.
Like a little after 10, I think.
A little after 10?
30
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something reasonable.
They're having fun. Amanda went ahead and signed a hat for us that we're gonna raffle later. Maybe the lovely Brittany will show off the hat for us. Thank you, ma'am. It's perfect. It's perfect. So, what's new in the works for you guys as far as projects? I know you guys are on Birds of Prey, and
That's what we're working on right now. Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. I apologize to everybody out there. It's taking me longer than I thought. I am not moving quickly, but it's a lot of fun. I am a perfectionist. Yes, I am very uptight. So, but yeah, that's what I'm working on. Jimmy's also working. What are you working on?
I'm reading this guy's handwriting.
awesome.
See what you want.
Some
Some of the books come with instructions.
That's a dangerous.
People give us instructions.
Yeah.
We're trying to accommodate everybody. And
Oh, sorry. Let me turn it off.
when we do the signatures, we try to color coordinate them too.
Yes.
That takes us a little extra time,
Yeah.
but
But it
kinda
looks really good.
yeah. So with the
It looks
pro,
beautiful.
we put a nice yellow cover signature. It stands out. Kind of makes a difference instead of just throwing.
Except for Amanda, who will do purple.
And then we'll do purple. So yeah,
Purple.
so the Harley and the Birds of Prey 2 just came out, and 3 hopefully soon.
Awesome.
It's a 4-issue series, so we did that, and then we have a
See?
Oh, beautiful.
and then we have an 8-page short story we did for the online books, the
Yes, yes.
digital called it's for the Harley Black, White, and Red. I think it's called. I'm not sure. And then that's it. We're just basically after that, we're seeing what looks interesting for us. We're doing some more stuff for our company, Paper Films. So we have that we tell you on the website. If you sign in paperfilms.com, you can get on a mailer and we kind of update people to what we're doing next.
Awesome.
But as far as comics for the big companies, that's all we're doing right now.
Okay.
You know, that's
So, you guys have touched so many characters, you wrote so many
it wasn't.
stories.
Wait, can you rephrase that? Can you rephrase that?
You draw them.
We've worked on many characters. I obviously have not touched any of them. I don't think it's like.
So, what is a character you haven't got a chance to work or write on between the two of you that you really want to do?
Well, aside from our creator-owned stuff, we have all these ideas for creator-owned stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like companies go, I was saying before, Big Barda would be fun to.
Big Barda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. We have a friend that loves Big Barda. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, because she's awesome.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
And also, working on this Harley Birds of Prey, I recently discovered that I would really, really love to do a Harley and Alfred series because they are so fun together.
I never thought about that.
Alfred's in the 3rd issue of the book.
Yeah.
The second issue, if you haven't read it or if you did, ends with Harley. There's a storm going on, and she sees a house.
Don't give it away.
Don't
People
give it
might
away?
not have read it yet.
Oh,
Everybody's gonna have to
that's too bad. If you didn't read it, what the hell's the problem? The book came out weeks ago.
Oh, my
Anyway, Alfred is in the 3rd issue with
Yes.
Harley. It has to deal with Harley, and it's kind of fun to watch those two.
It is. They're really because their personalities are completely opposite.
But Alfred's very patient, though.
He's very patient. Yeah. Harley
So-
is not though.
No, Harley's. She's, but yeah, for me, it's like I feel like I've worked on every book and every character already. I really have. I went down a list the other day. I was looking, and I was like, "Oh, did I do Conan? Oh yeah, I wrote a Conan series. Oh, I did Red Sonja." Everything that I kept thinking like would be fun. I would like to do a Spectre book, like
Oh,
classic
wow.
Spectre. I think that's the
Cool.
only one that jumps at me. Other than that, I think my time is better spent creating Amanda and I creating new stuff for ourselves. I think it's great to give away a lot to the companies. It's great to kind of give your stuff away,
Right.
but you want to benefit from the books,
Right.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you kind of have to own them.
Oh, it makes sense.
So,
A question came up, with Jimmy's run on Jonah Hex having longevity, is there a different approach you take to a character when having the run you did?
You mean like any other character?
Yeah.
I mean, so whenever I get a gig or Amanda and I get a gig, we look at the core character. Why do people like this character? We don't look at necessarily the series that was just done, but we look at the overall history of the character and we go, what's the thing that attracts people to this character? What's the core thing?
And what attracts us to it, too.
And especially, what
Yeah.
attracts us. So whenever we take on anything, like we've done in the past couple of years with Jonah Hex, with Harley, with Starfire, with Power Girl, we kind of put our we like comedy in our books. We like them to be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And you see it on the covers and everything you guys do.
Yeah, you don't want to give us the dark stuff. I mean, we can do it, and it's in there, but I feel like that's every other comic right now. It's very dark and very, the earth is ending, all that kind of stuff. So with any character, we look at what works and how it would work for us, and then we decide if we want to do it or not, because we get offered things and they're not right for us. Some editor thinks, well, that wouldn't be great to have you guys on that, and we're like, no. I got offered Doctor Strange.
Oh, wow.
And I said, not for me. Because I don't like a character that can go, boobly boo and everything's fixed, So I was like,
Is that what Dr. Strange
he does. He says boobly boo, bang, everything. No, but it's like, to me, it's like it's a harder character to write because he can do anything, right? He can do magic and fix any situation he's in almost.
Right.
So if I ever did do Doctor Strange, they would not probably want it from me because it would be about him having trouble parking his car.
No,
it would not be about.
What about the new Strange Academy? Have you read any of that stuff with the newer characters from the Strange Academy that just been out on issue 2 came out?
No, I haven't. I got to be honest with you. I haven't been out of the house in 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, I understand that.
So did they do that?
A little more fun, I think, than the standard Doctor Strange.
That's great. But I mean, I turned it down years ago because I was like, there's a better character for me, and that's definitely. I think I got Daughters of the Dragon instead when I did Daughters of the Dragon, and then they gave me Heroes for Hire a little bit, and it seemed a more appropriate match. But I don't believe in wasting people's time. If I don't fit on a character, I'd rather not do it.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So if you guys just joining us again, we're at CGC for Comic Con Online this weekend. Amanda and Jimmy are here hanging out with us, signing books for CGC that were submitted.
Yeah.
Go to thepaperfilms.com.
Yep.
Website. Yep. Paperfilms.com. The website.
We have a mailer. You get once a month. You'll get a little thing that says, "Hey, we're doing this. Here's where we're going to be at a show. Here's a coupon," because we sell original artwork. Amanda's original artwork on the site. So it's sort of like the place to go if you don't see us at a con. You can come by and see us there.
You guys are kind of like the frontiermen of starting your own company and your own intellectual property sort of thing. What was it like starting Paper Film? What was that journey like for you guys?
Well, can I answer?
I let Jimmy do all the work. So
Okay.
yes, absolutely.
So what I was going to say is I do all the work. No. I had a little experience with event comics before that, right? So Joe and I had event comics, and we launched Ash and Painkiller Jane and everything. And then we did Marvel Nights after that for Marvel. And so then when we did Paper Films, it was during all that. But it was just a matter of getting a website built that could represent what we were doing, and then creating a mailing list that we can at least send out to people. And our mailing list is over 10,000 people, and we try to do exclusive things. Like this month, we have a exclusive Random Acts of Violence book on the website, because the movie comes out next month. The Jay Barra show comes out on the, and then we just did a Harley and the Birds of Prey special edition that you can only get from us. So we're trying to make it like the place people can go to get the stuff we do if they can't get to a con. Of course, we love seeing people at a con, but until this COVID stuff goes away, it's the next best thing.
So you brought up Random Acts of Violence coming out.
Yeah.
How involved were you in the development of that? Were you guys given an opportunity to really be involved?
I am one of the producers on it. It was limited. I mean, because although Amanda and I visited the set and visited Jay and them shooting the movie and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Jay sent me the first couple of writes on the script, and asked for notes, and I gave him my 2 cents, and so the movie's like an interesting amalgamation, what Jay saw the book to be and what our book is. It's not exactly our book, but it definitely is. Like when you read it. But Jay did his own thing, you know. That's him. He directed it and he wrote it. He co-wrote it.
Right.
And it's a lot of fun. It's definitely violent as hell, and it's hardcore horror film.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a slasher film.
Right.
But the basic plot is two comic book creators create a character called Slasher Man.
Right.
And then somebody gets inspired by the comic to go out and start doing the killing. So it's about how dangerous it is. Be careful what you create. That was the message we were doing when we wrote the original book.
Oh, okay.
Inappropriate on there.
Absolutely.
We get a lot of requests. So yeah, we got to visit the set, talk to Jay, and you know, that's about as involved as I was, you know. But he's been great, staying in contact, and we just sent them out a bunch of comics, copies of the new book. We printed 400, limited edition of 400.
Wow.
Of the book, because it's been sold out for years at the Image. And we did a limited edition one, and then I interviewed Jay in the back, and we have some photos from the set and everything. Yeah, it's kind of fun, but you have to like horror movies. It's not for the weak.
My wife.
That's
what my wife's out. She's the horror.
She likes horror?
Oh, she still likes it.
Slasher, horror, that sort of thing. I don't really do well for that. Like that whole suspense horror stuff.
Is that why she was attracted to you think? Or she's into no, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding. It's too easy, folks.
I walked into it.
No, I mean, but that's weird. Like, you know, so what's her fascination with that?
I don't know. She just likes that being scared. Like, you know, I work at Universal.
Oh, okay.
So being what I do there, you know, horror nights and everything else, I don't want to go. I don't want to pay people to scare me.
Horror Nights is awesome, though. That's fun.
We've never done Universal Horror Nights.
We haven't done Universal.
We've done Busch Gardens, Hollow Street.
Hollow Street.
Yeah.
But she loves it. She wants to go every year.
She likes to be
scared out of her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to walk in there. Even though I know they're not going to touch you because I work there, it's just the whole point. I don't want to get paid to get scared.
I actually really do. My best friend from high school is like your wife, like totally into horror, and yeah, she's really. But I gotta say, I will pay money to go get like people jump out and scare me. I don't know why it's really fun. It's very entertaining.
It is fun. I mean, it is fun. We took our neighbor's kid. How old was he, Fisher? What, 12?
At the time, he and his buddies, they ranged in age from 12 to 14 at the time.
And we took them to Hollow Scream, and they literally, in every environment they walked in, they covered their eyes, put their heads down, leaned into our backs, and screamed. They didn't even open their eyes.
We like walked through the entire thing, and they were just screaming the whole time. And I'm like, you didn't even see anything.
And then afterwards, they're like, that was great.
She is so big into it. She's pregnant with our second child, like 7-8 months into it, and she still wanted to go. I'm like, are you crazy? I get scared and here we go. But she's like, no, I'm good. Oh, stress level. So, you know, this one's for Amanda. So,
Okay.
Amanda, with all the characters you've drawn and everything, you know, Jim Lee drew the bottom of Batman's, the grid on the Batman's foot and everything down there, and he's regretted because every time he draws it, he has to put that back.
Yeah.
Is there a character, something you've added to a character that you regret drawing and you have to add all the time now?
Probably. I'm trying to think of what it is, and
You definitely don't like Jim Lee's version of the Huntress.
well, it's
With
not
all
that I like his version of the Huntress. I just don't want to draw all those pockets. Those pouches.
Those pouches?
Holy crap! Oh my gosh, so many pouches. It's like, you know,
Like the Tana's fishnets? All those fishnets?
I don't. That's actually, you know, just.
Oh, I guess that's
it's
true.
not. It's not too bad. Yeah, the pockets. I actually redesigned the Huntress, her costume in the Harley and the Birds of Prey, and I'm just like, okay, minimalistic. It's like, here she's got her arrows,
Right.
and like she's got like a folding crossbow that she can like stick in holsters,
Okay.
and there you go.
That's simple. Yeah, because he didn't
And
want
then, yeah,
pockets on the other one.
Holy cow, yeah, so many pockets and pouches. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I added to something that I wish I hadn't. I think, I don't know if I would not do this again, but drawing those little bells around Harley's neck is a little bit of a pain in the neck. But they look so cute, I wouldn't, I wouldn't stop drawing them. Oh, and like I do the same thing that Jim Lee does. I do like shoes with like tread.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah, the tread.
What a pain in the ass that is. It's such a pain. Yeah, I might have gone.
So I'm assuming your most character everybody wants to draw is Harley. I mean, that's probably your number one.
I think so. Harley and Power Girl.
Power Girl,
Yeah.
What character haven't you drawn that you wanna draw?
Uh,
Besides Big Barda?
what character have I drawn that I want to draw?
Galactus, right?
No.
I'm kidding.
Can you imagine? Who said it the other day? Was it Mayhew or Horn that said he hates drawing black?
Horn.
Trying to match those things on
Yeah,
top of his head.
like make them,
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
symmetrical and,
Yeah.
oh, forget it. It's like, Spider-Man is one of those characters. I love his costume so much, I never want to draw it.
Oh, well,
I love the way it looks, but I like it when other people draw it. I don't want to draw it. He's all the webbing, oh, forget it.
So what gets you guys in the groove? Like when you're writing, you're drawing, you listen to music, you have like something in the background?
We sword fight in the living room. We use a cat teeth and we definitely try to keep to a schedule at home. But Amanda works upstairs and I work downstairs. And that's how the relationship works, right? And she watches Judge Judy and I listen to music.
You watch Judge Judy?
Oh my God.
I love Judge Judy so much.
What are you, stupid, Judy? She's pretty entertaining though.
I do, I love her
She likes
so
to
much.
call out idiots.
Yeah.
So we definitely have and I work very early in the morning, and Amanda works very early in the morning too, but from like 1 to 4 a.m. and I work from like 7 a.m. to 11. So we do have a different schedule, and we keep trying to get it back to normal, but it's kind of tough because Amanda is just in her zone when she's there, right?
I just remembered, Red Tools Tools.
Rituals tools?
Yeah, that's a pain in the
You
neck
don't
to
like
draw.
the tools?
Well, I mean, he's got a screwdriver, he's got a Phillips head, and a flat, a flathead screwdriver.
So people shouldn't request that if they've got a condo. Can you
And
draw
then
Red
over
Tools
here, he's
tool?
got like,
You know what
he's got pliers, and then and it's when you have to draw the drill on his, in his holster, that's when it's a bit, yeah, Red Tools, but he's Red Tools, so you have to draw tools.
That makes sense, yeah.
It's easy to draw, the blades, the saw blades on his shoulders, but yeah.
On
that's
whose shoulders?
Yeah.
On whose shoulders?
Red Tools.
I said that 7 times you said.
So, with all the travel and everybody in this room is doing that, not even on camera, what is your favorite con to go to?
Ooh.
Not New York. Not New York. I know it's not New York.
No,
We
Yeah,
all know
I
you
know.
guys don't like
Yeah, New York.
Okay, I have 2 I like. So I like San Diego
Yeah,
Yeah.
San Diego
because we
is
get
fun.
to see our friends from all over the world.
Yes,
So that's a
yeah.
place. The con itself is the con, but we like the con experience of San Diego. I do like the Kansas City show a lot.
Yeah, Planet
Okay,
Comic
Planet
Con.
Planet Comic Con.
Yeah.
They and it's really sad why I like it. It's a great show, but they're definitely, when you get lunch, you get like the best barbecue.
That's what I was gonna ask.
The
What's the
green
most
room
enjoyable food?
rocks.
The green
Yeah,
room,
you
yeah,
know,
the green
Because
room.
it's Kansas City, it's like the barbecue, it's like the barbecue area, And then they bring barbecue, and yeah, it's amazing.
But I like smaller shows.
We
I
did
like-
SummerCon with you guys last year.
That was
That was a
fun.
good show,
Yeah, and I like comic book shows. Like if they have too many celebrities, we're really like treated like an afterthought.
Ah, yeah.
There's a lot of cons that we used to do that we don't do that much anymore. That are all about the celebrities. So we kind of stay away from that.
Right.
Um, But we also like to do cons where we haven't been before. So like last year we did Barcelona. We did
Wow.
not Barcelona. We did what did we do last year? Monte Carlo. And
Oh,
Sweden, and,
We did Monte Carlo, we did Stockholm, Sweden.
Stockholm, Sweden.
We did,
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do those shows because
Yeah.
you never know what to expect.
So what was that like? I mean, as far as travel internationally like
A lot of
that?
IKEA
fun.
furniture. A lot of IKEA
A lot of
furniture.
IKEA furniture.
No, it's great because you get a different perspective on the comics, what people buy, and it's always fun to go. We like it because we'll go and then we'll stay an extra week or two.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
makes sense.
so it's like if we're gonna make the trip. London, we did London, was a great show. People are so friendly there. They're so
Yeah.
happy to see us, like,
Yeah.
because we've never done it there. So it's always great to do a show where you haven't been in the area before.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun
Yeah.
thing.
So you brought up the food, we all travel, we eat. What's your best experience place to eat when you're out on the con circuit?
Oh, well, as we mentioned before, Kansas City is really good too. They got amazing barbecue.
Yeah.
Although one time we did do a convention.
I know Corey right now is happy because he's a Kansas City boy, so I know he's like behind the camera going, yeah.
Yes. Tell him we left Q39.
Q39, okay.
Oh man, that place is. Oh, I signed this one already. Oops. There we go. And one time we did a convention in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
So the food there blew us away.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. Because it's Paris. Their food is amazing.
Yeah, we did a show in Sicily. Food was good there. Remember
Holy
they took us
cow.
they took us like
Oh,
to a
my-
9-course meal.
We
It was
ate
disgusting.
so much. It was amazing. Oh man. Yeah, that
True
was.
Italian all
Oh
the way,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't have a bad meal once. It was fantastic.
You guys, right now, the messages, everybody's praising you guys. Say hello. We got Malaysia.
Hey.
Malaysia.
Oh, cool.
Nebraska, Mexico. We got all sorts
Very
of people
cool.
saying hi.
My parents got married in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, they got married in San Miguel de Allende. So and it's supposed to be really, really pretty there. So, but
Did you ever think Harley Quinn would be as big for you as it is?
Absolutely. Not kidding.
no,
Yeah, we say that.
it's funny when we said yes to it. They actually said, yeah, it'll probably be 4 to 6 issues.
Okay.
Do what you want, and it just sort of like blew up.
4 to 6 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how many issues have you done now? I mean,
I
realistically.
think it's like 115 or something like
Wow.
that, or it might even be more with
I don't
the
know.
digital stuff. And we don't count, because if we count, you get depressed. And you realize, like, we've been doing this too long, we need to get on to something else. That's why we took Wonder Woman on for a little bit,
Okay.
the digital stuff.
Little break,
Yeah, the
You're
DC
all
100s, we did a bunch of those.
like the Starfire run.
Starfire run, and you got to break it up once in a while.
Okay.
No, we love Harley. I mean, the joke with Harley is we have a million stories if they need it, but we got to do other things once in a while.
So, what is a creator you haven't got a chance to work with that you would want to work with?
I'd like to work with Frank Miller.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, that would be fun.
He's like one of my all-time favorites.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any particulars like Batman or just something new or?
Something new, I think.
Yeah, it'd be fun
Yeah.
to collaborate with Frank.
Yeah.
Like we come up with something and then Frank throws his spin on it and then we do it
Or
together.
vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah.
How'd you guys come next week? And then Frank
That's
was
right,
in
keep
here.
Frank here, yeah.
Can they be dead or alive?
Oh yeah, Joe, I like to work with Joe Cooper.
There you go.
And Frank.
I want to work with Chuck Jones.
Chuck Jones.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
A question here. The Pro was the funniest book I've ever read. Any chance of a sequel?
Oh, you know what? Every time we see Garth Ennis, we harass him about doing a sequel. We want to do a sequel for that so bad.
I have a plan with Garth. I'm gonna wear him down.
Okay,
You're gonna wear him down?
I'm gonna wear it. It's gonna take years. I'm gonna wear him down eventually.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Wow.
I don't want to wait till he's dead because that's no fun, And I might go before him. Technically, I'm older than him, so yeah, I might take the bucket way before him. So I'm not gonna wait for that.
My goodness. And so, the redesign of Harley's traditional costume from the Bruce Timm style for what you've done, was that something you kind of came up with?
Well,
or?
I sort of did an end run. So what happened is when we got Harley, she was in that costume right there, actually. If you'll see it, there you go. So that was her first New 52 costume, I think.
Right?
And they wanted to keep her in that. They didn't want to do the classic Harley costume. They wanted to, keep her in like an updated costume. And that costume, and I know some people have heard me say this already, has neck ruffles. And I hate drawing neck ruffles. I don't like them at all. I don't like them on Harley. I don't like them on Queen Elizabeth. I don't like them on Sir Walter Raleigh. And I don't like, so I was just like, I don't want to do this. They are the mullet of the 16th century. I don't like them at all. But apparently, there's actually a story behind them that one of the fans told us at a panel. They actually, people wore them to hide, like, I don't know, like syphilis, like scabs or something like that. So anyway, so I sort of kept it to that, but then I sort of bent it in my own direction. I started I changed it back to black and red because I love the black and red. Took away the neck ruffles, added bells. It just made it really cute. We sort of wanted, so I put her in shoulder pads, and I was like, she looks like a roller derby girl. And then I was like, oh my God, Harley would totally do roller derby, right? And that's where that all came from, is when I was fooling around with the costume.
Yeah.
So that was my thinking on her costume.
I have a question. Well, first, everybody who's joining us, again, we're at CGC for Comic Con Online, day 3, hanging out with Amanda and Jimmy and everybody here. They're signing books, answering questions, and Amanda, read if you wouldn't mind, sorry.
Vanna White.
There's Vanna White. We're gonna auction that at the end of the thing today.
COVID
Sign, COVID.
Protect your head from COVID.
Protect your head from COVID. Bradley would like to know what it's like working with each other. Does work sometimes interfere with your not working, like dinner, stuff like that?
Work never interferes with dinner.
No. Here's the thing. There's food and then there's work, right?
Right.
So dinner comes first. We actually, we're very deadline based. So we definitely know something's due Friday, so we kind of hustle
Right.
for the week. We definitely keep different hours, but we kind of work at the same time most of the time during the day, and then we meet up a couple of times a day for meals.
Okay.
So we'll have our downtime where we'll sit there and we'll eat and we'll talk about everything and anything.
Now,
Yeah.
for your deadlines, are you like the type of person who gets it done on Wednesday, so you have the rest of the week, or are you all the way to the wire?
I am, and Amanda's on the wire.
Yeah.
Amanda's like, if it's due Tuesday, they get it Thursday or Friday.
I'm slow. I am not.
How many times you go back and tweak?
But they forgive her for everything. Once they get the artwork, they're like, oh, we forgive you.
I tweak a lot. I'm a noodler.
So you're on your worst critic.
I am my own worst critic. Absolutely. Which slows me down. I need to let up a little bit. I don't know how to. I'm practicing, but yeah, I do have a tendency to.
Amanda definitely. There's no blank backgrounds. There's always people doing something in the back. There's a lot of multi-levels to the art. Like things are going on here, but things are going on back there. And then she's a design-heavy person, so she's worried about how the page reads and how how it breaks down for the reader.
So since we're on that with the background stuff, what's the most difficult object or background that you find most challenging to draw?
You're gonna laugh. Rocks.
Rocks.
Rocks are such a challenge for me, and I don't know why they should be the easiest thing in the world, but I can't get them to look like actual rocks. They either look like marshmallows, somebody dropped a cake on the ground. They look like everything else but an actual rock. I have so much trouble with rocks.
I would have never guessed.
I know.
This is a good example of how detailed her backgrounds are.
Yeah, to the camera.
The camera.
Yeah,
Look at
Amanda
the
really
love,
slacked off on that one.
That's a lot in that background. You're right.
like
There's a lot going on.
signs.
I also didn't really leave anybody like a spot to sign on that cover.
You managed to make it work at the last signing. You got some in there.
Yeah. I have to remember to leave myself,
A little bit of room.
and leave others, and room for other signatures also.
So what's the most challenging storyline that you guys have worked on? That's also from Bradley. Bradley's asking questions.
Storyline. Okay. Please.
It's not so much the storyline that was difficult. It was the Harley Quinn rub and smell issue.
Scratch and sniff.
It was rub and smell.
Oh, was it rub and smell?
Because scratch and sniff is like a
A brand name?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just getting like weird, like.
But it was technically a scratch and sniff issue, but they weren't allowed to use the term scratch and sniff. So,
Not grind and gag.
because we ended up having to, so we had these smells. We're like, oh, okay, we'll like pick 3 smells and we'll put them throughout the issue. But it turns out that each smell has to be on a certain page, and it can't be on the back of a page that another smell is on, and you have to skip a page. And we actually had to write a story around where we could place the smells. So that was,
that was
no
really
idea
tough.
what a pain in the ass.
We were like, page 11 has the smell of banana, let's say, whatever,
Oh,
or
my
marijuana, or a Christmas tree, whatever one you got. So we had to make sure the story made sense where the smell would be there.
Yeah.
Like, so it was really weird. So we had to write the book sideways. That all said, it came out pretty good, and we were really happy with it. And I think it's the first scratch and sniff comic. I don't think I've ever, or I'm sorry, what was it called again?
Rub and smell.
Rub and smell.
Rub and smell.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
way
why
better.
don't you ask for that next time you get a massage? You know, can I get a rub and smell?
Was it comic code approved?
No.
What advice do you have for a young, aspiring writer who probably writes fanfic or novels trying to break into the comic industry?
That's a Jimmy question.
I would say become famous first, because that really helps. Helps you get a job if you're famous. I think when you're a writer, you have to write everything, so don't be closed to trying things. And, you know, before you get your first gig, you're going to have to do a lot of work. So you should be writing every day. Creating a blog is a great way to start. Write your own short stories, submit them to Amazon. You know, try to do everything you can by yourself.
Right?
And eventually you want to get into the comics business, you're going to have to do some create your own. So find an artist to work with, both of you save up some money and put out your own books. Because there really is no like direct, I write, therefore I go to the comic company and I get work. It doesn't really happen.
Okay.
If you picture it like this, if you picture, hi, I'm the comic book company editor, I don't really want to work that hard. So I'm going to hire the people who really know what they're doing, so I don't have to kill myself at my job. So you can understand why they use a lot of the same people, because they get the job done, they understand the job. So bringing new people in is always work.
Right.
So you have to just have the point of view of how can I be the least amount of work for an editor. And so coming in, knowing what
You
you're
look at
doing.
editors differently than I do.
Okay, how do you look at
I look
them?
at editors going, oh my God, I got so much work on my table. This artist is late. I haven't had lunch yet. I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Right. Keep going. Are we getting the editors?
I have
Okay.
all of these.
Right.
And
What
then-
else happened?
And then,
Keep going.
and then they have all of these submissions. So they have to like, it's
But they don't look at submissions. That's the thing. The editor doesn't look at submissions. They don't take raw submissions. You
Well,
know?
how does a writer get in then?
That's what I'm explaining. Aren't you paying attention? So if you're an artist, you can get hired like that. No, because they either see your work and they either love it or they don't. They try you out. If you get it in on time, they give you more work. Writing's difficult because in order to make a living, most writers have to write 2 or 3 comics a month. So they're already hunting for the next gigs to do other than their regular books. So the competition's fierce. So you really just have to start doing your own thing and making a name for yourself elsewhere.
Right.
Or do your own comics. There is no other shortcut, you know, unless you know, if Jim Lee is your uncle, you might have a better chance of maybe getting, and even then he'll probably make you work. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, I imagine he will.
Yes, you know.
So this is for each one of you individually, what was your aha moment when you said, I made it? I'm a comic book artist, I'm a comic book writer. When did you sit back and go, finally, I put all this work into it and I'm known?
I guess when I got my first job,
Fair.
my first job, I was like, yes, I finally got a comic book job that's going to be published and I'm getting paid for it. I mean, it went slowly after that, you know,
Right.
it's like I had like one 11-page job and then a lot of time went, you know, past, and then I had a 4-page job and then another 11-page job. And then I think after a long time, I finally got to do like a whole issue of a comic. So, but I think that aha moment, I actually made it. I think I'm still waiting for it.
What about you, Jimmy?
When I was inking, I remember specifically, I walked up to Marvel to drop off a job, and when I left the building, I had 3 books in my hand. They gave me 3 books, 3 different editors said, can you do this? Can you have time? When I was writing, it was when I had a month where I had a book at Blackpool, which is Wizard at the time. I had a book at DC, I had a book at Marvel, I had a book from out of Dark Horse, and one at IDW.
Wow.
All in the same month, and I said, okay, I'm doing something right, now I have to slow down.
So did that, like, was that tough for you not to actually write for the wrong story? Like you're in the middle of writing 5 stories?
No, because, you know, like a lot of this stuff you do, it's like, you have to do it clear through. You can't stop on this book and then go to that book. You'll never be able to figure out. You have to have a clear. So I would, for myself, I would write Marvel style, which was 2 paragraphs when I'm going to do that issue. But I would hand in a finished script, dialogue, everything. So I did that. Red paint. Oops. Okay. People have specific details they want in the books. So no, you do them at, you know, one at a time. You don't skip or bounce around all the time. But eventually, I also learned to turn down work because your gut instinct is, I'm never going to get another job. You know, I'm getting lucky right now. You know, but the reality is, yeah, you got to turn stuff down because then your work isn't as good. You know.
Gotcha.
And then I managed to slow it down over the years. So and I just focus on 1 or 2 things, and that's it. It's not when you haven't gotten work, you kind of go crazy because you think, oh my God, I better do all this work, and then the reality kicks in later on. Like, yeah, you don't kill yourself. Just focus on getting good work done. So,
for Amanda, so you know you've done interiors, done covers. What do you prefer as far as what? I mean, I imagine interiors, a deadline that can be tough sometimes.
And covers are great because they're very visible. And they pay well, and everybody sees them, even if they don't buy your comic. You know, they're on the shelf. People see them, and they're fun. And I always like to see, you know, if I can fit a lot of story into one single image. But there's something about doing the interiors, like the pacing and the action and the reaction and everything like that. That's just unbeatably fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, is there any original art that you've done for yourself that you said, "Nah, I'm never going to sell this. It's hanging on my wall. You're so satisfied," or is it all up for grabs?
we don't have anything hanging on our walls, right? We don't hang up our own.
Yeah, I look at my own artwork so much while I'm doing it that I don't hang it up.
Right.
You know, I hang up other people's artwork. But there are a few covers here and there that I just love, that I just don't want to part with.
Okay.
You know, so sometimes I keep,
Like these.
like actually,
These you have.
those I have,
No.
and all of I do these end issue covers, like if I do a long run on something or like a really difficult run on something, I'll do like the character and then I'll do like all of their elements in the background. So, and I really enjoy doing those, and they're fun. They're labor intensive, but I really have fun with them, and I haven't like sold them yet.
Okay.
You know, just because I really like them a lot.
A couple of times you gotta say people always ask for stuff on the book. What would you say the one thing that sticks out the most, that's the craziest thing somebody's asked to either draw or put on their book?
Oh, the craziest sketch I ever did at a convention is a Princess Diana centaur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That was decades ago.
Come on, who wants to
Very
bet? Who was betting what it was going to be and just lost all their money?
I thought it would be Jimmy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just like, okay, sure, you know. So yeah, I did a Princess Diana centaur for somebody long time ago. So
Stephen, I mean, I know you gotta have some question.
I have a question.
I know, yeah, no.
The first time I met you guys was at, I believe it was MegaCon. Could have been around 2010-ish.
Uh-huh,
I'm not sure if you were officially a couple or just in the dating
Yeah, we
stage. You were then.
uh-huh.
How did you come to meet? How did that all happen?
Amanda
Marvel.
seduced me. We first met at Marvel because I was asked to come in and pick up some work, and it was a cover that Amanda was drawing for Gargoyles. And I met her while she was up there, but she was married at the time, so we just became good friends. We've been friends.
Since like 92 or something.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
were friends for a long time, way before we dated. Yeah, so that's when I first became aware of you. And then later on, our situations in both of our lives were at the point where we were.
Changed.
Yeah, we were both single, and it was like, hey, you pencil, I ink.
So who did that?
How you doing? Yeah, it's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Because you guys are the epitome of the cute couple. I hate to use that term.
Oh, I think Walt Simonson and Wheezy. Walt and Wheezy.
They're
They're my favorite
Yeah.
cute couple.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And then Donnie and
Donnie and Megan.
Donnie and Megan.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's funny, right?
What?
Oh wow. Oh my goodness.
Uh,
All right, you guys join us. We've been hanging out with Amanda and Jimmy. That they're signing lots and lots of books.
Yeah, that's
I see a lot of Harley Quinn in front of us.
Yeah.
They signed a lovely hat that we're going to auction here in about 7 minutes. Corey, you want to pop in? You got anything you want to say to Amanda and Jimmy? Say hi. Let's see.
Hi.
Can you pop in here? Ready to go.
Put your pants up.
He's right here.
Hold on, I got to turn the speaker on.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Oh, I turn this one off. There you go. All right, go ahead, Corey. Sorry.
So I was getting a little bit of reverb there. Yeah, Greg unfortunately is outside. I'm sure he's gonna miss this one. We've been setting up quite a bit for the next one. So you guys have been there since 6 a.m.
No, I was kidding about that. No, we've been like what 10? Like
so like
10,
10,
yeah.
10:30, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
So on average, what you're signing there, is that kind of on par with how a convention would be?
No, a lot more relaxed. The difference is here we're not, unfortunately we don't have everybody who bought the books, right? So at a con we actually sign a lot slower. Anybody that knows, and we say hi and talk to every person. So we don't get to do that here. So we're just signing away, but we do prefer seeing everybody. Unfortunately now,
Yeah, it is fun
these
to
days
see all
it's a
the
little
fans.
tough. We'll do like a plexiglass con one day and,
A little hole like a bait, slide yourself in there.
yeah. But so this is a lot quicker, obviously. We just kind of doing book after book. But everybody sent these from all over the world, so we're happy to make them happy, And CGC does an amazing job putting them in their plastic tombs, and no, I like to call it protection, because it's funny because CGC, a lot of people put these like really super mint books in. A lot of mine are like the worst condition you can have because they're
I've seen 'em.
so red.
I've
They're
seen
so
'em.
red. I'm like, I just want it not to fall apart anymore. But there's different people do different things. I mean, CGC obviously collectors want to keep their books intact in a beautiful shape. A lot of times people are dealing with it like currency. They go around and I have this book in 9.6 and
Yeah, I know we did a bunch of books. So, your collection seems to be quite diverse. It looks like you have quite a bit of everything.
it is. I have a lot of the old comics I've had, and I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. Although I don't have many of the early issues because I just don't want to pay for them. But if you want to send them to me, that's great. But no, a lot of the books and stuff I read when I was a kid, I was a huge Fantastic Four and huge Superman fan. So those are the books I had the most of, and I still have. I don't have my whole collection because the other thing I collected was original art. So when you collect original art, it takes up most of your money. The comics that I've read a million times or I've had in good shape, I've actually brought to CGC and had them all graded, and they've done some work on them. Some of them need a little help, and I love that it's in this safe spot, because I've read them a million times. There's no way I'm going to open that book and read it again, especially the older ones. Since I had the reprints in some trade books, I kind of take the older ones and I slab them, and is that a proper term, slab? Yeah, okay, I slab them, yeah.
And they're say from the collection of Jimmy Palmiotti.
That's right. The ones I do, it does say it's from my
If you
collection.
ever see that, you know that he read it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been read.
Yeah.
Red touch.
I don't know if that's a
Jimmy
good or a bad
Palmiotti.
thing, but I kind of like that it has that kind of pedigree.
That more.
Yeah.
So what's one of the rarer items that you guys see fans bring for you to sign? And also, what is the strangest thing anybody's ever asked you both to sign?
I've signed a baby's foot, a hot dog.
A hot dog?
I was bored, like when I first started, even like a few years into my career, I didn't get a lot of signatures, and also like comic book conventions were very different. Like they weren't as crowded as they are now. So there was an uneaten hot dog at the table, and I'm like, boy, if people just want anything to be signed, like they would sign that hot dog, and I was like, I wonder if that hot dog will take a pen, and then I was writing on the hot dog, and I'm like, oh, look at that. This was like, did you sign hot dog? I'm like, yeah, you want to sign it? And then it just became a thing.
And this woman had it.
Yeah,
and she put it in a glass case, and she brought it a year or two later, and it was the most disgusting thing you've ever seen. Like she sealed it in this thing, but it just started eating itself, the hot dog.
Rolled up into it was a mummy. It was a hot dog mummy.
She brought it.
Was the signature still legible?
The other one, I did a signing at the Virgin store in New York with Glenn Danzig. Okay, because he had his company Verotic at the time.
Yeah.
So Glenn and I did a signing, and girls would come up, and they would pull their shirt down and say, "Sign to Glenn," right? Because they're a rock star. So Glenn asked, he says, "Well, you can sign the other one while I'm doing this one." And I was like, what? So that's kind of crazy, right? But yeah, we signed. I remember somebody had a Denny's menu and brought it to all the creators to sign your favorite dish.
That's kind of
At Denny's. Bizarre. I signed bowling balls, right? We signed a bowling ball.
Yeah. A bowling pin too. I think.
A bowling pin too,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
People's arms and we've signed people because they get the tattoo, which is.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but don't do that. I think it's really sweet, but don't do that. It's fine. Your parents are not going to be happy about it. I'm trying to think what else, because we've had a lot of weird things. Mostly, a lot of body parts for some reason. I don't know why.
A lot of body parts.
I want to
Yeah.
get my foot signed later by you guys.
What's that? You gonna get what?
Your foot signed?
Your foot? Yeah, your foot. The bottom of your foot.
Bottom foot.
The baby's foot. I don't know why that woman wanted that, but
Your baby's foot.
you want to make people happy, so. Good question.
Good goal.
We learned a lot today.
We learned a lot today.
I learned a lot about hot dogs.
Well, guys, we're wrapping up here. Comic Con Online going day 3. Man and Jimmy hanging out. Go to Paper Films.
It hasn't been an hour yet, has it?
Just about, yeah.
Oh,
We're ready
see,
to
when
do
you're
that.
having fun, it only feels like
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Corey and Greg, I'll let you guys do your thing. I got the hat here.
Yeah. Wear your mask, by the way, people. Wear it. Come on. We're comic book people. We're smarter than that.
I go home and work. I'm not around anybody except for Greg.
You don't have to wear your mask at home.
No, you don't.
I actually spend more time here than I do at home.
I'll let Brittany know.
Ready? We're gonna let Brittany Vanna White the hat again.
All right.
All right. Ooh. Look at there. Actually, I'm going to give you guys a solo shot there real quick. Let me pull this one here. Hold on one second. And here's a solo shot. There you go. Go back up, Steven.
There you go.
Keep it there.
That's Brittany.
That's Brittany.
That's Brittany.
Sorry,
Brittany. Sorry. So, Steven, what are we paying you for?
Like this.
What are you saying?
All right. So Grace's gonna go ahead and pop it up here, and we are gonna. Yeah. All right, here we go. Starting $35. Anybody wants it? That hat.
Yeah. For your signs, Comic Con Online.
That's right. That's a lot of hats.
That's it.
That's it. I think you got it at 35.
All right.
Chris.
Chris. What's up, Chris? How you doing,
I
buddy?
didn't get to do my final countdown.
Chris is a fan, man. The guy's been on the show for all 3 days.
Oh,
So
Chris hangs out, does CGC, does another online show that I'm part of. Chris is a big part. Plus, we caught the Venom hat from Macon.
I'll do it.
no. Hey, while we're waiting on this, Jimmy,
Yes.
I was doing an interview with Polito yesterday, and he referred to you as the mayor of comics. What?
Sweet of Brian. You know, Brian, we've been friends with Brian since like
Decades.
90,
Mid-90s.
mid-90s. He had
Possibly early
Lady
90s.
Death, we had Ash. We actually, me, Brian, and Billy Tucci, we had a triple booth in San Diego. It was
Oh my God, that had been
Lady
fun.
Death, and Ash and Pegula Jane, and that was what a blast that was. I mean, the con didn't like us, but because we made a lot of noise.
Brittany, can you put the hat again?
Brian does the most amazing Kickstarters, and I'm really proud of what he's done. He's a great guy. I back all of his Kickstarters.
Less than 30 seconds left. Bids at $45. Chris is about to get that one. And it's his birthday.
COVID-free. No COVID.
COVID free.
yes.
COVID-free.
What did you say? It keeps your scalp from getting COVID?
Yes, it keeps your scalp.
Except for getting COVID.
Yeah.
All right, 9 seconds.
Count down.
Yep.
Where's your final countdown sound?
Get that one hands down, and
Well, guys, we're wrapping up here. Corey, I'll let you guys do your sponsor stuff. We're gonna wrap up here, and guys, thank you for being with us.
Thank
Jamie,
you.
It's our pleasure.
This is our last day.
thank you very much.
Brittany, Bree, thanks for having us. Brian, thank you
Everybody
for having
watching, put your pants back on.
us. All right, guys, let you have it.
All right. See y'all next time. All right. So that was fun. Congratulations to Chris, man. You got that hat for a steal, buddy.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's one of those like birthday wish godsend type of things.
Yeah.
Everybody else's keyboard broke.
Maybe I think they saw it was his birthday and maybe everybody backed off. It's like, well,
That's what I like about the comic community. Everybody's really nice there.
all right, guys. If it was me, I mean, I would have let him win it, but I probably would have, made him pay. All right, guys. So I'm going to go back into the share screen here, figure this out. Hopefully, we get it a little better this time. Fulfill the sponsor obligations. We're really. Did that one disappear again? Hold on. Okay, so maybe we're there. All right, let's try that. Yay. Share. Ta-da! We're there.
Woohoo!
All right, so we're going to try this thing one more again.
The Short Box Podcast is the official podcast of Comic Conline. They've been running for 8 years strong. If you're looking for new comic podcasts or just kind of tired of your old one, check out the Short Box Podcast.
JJ's Comics and Art. Go to their Instagram bio to see the latest they have to offer. Lots of Doug Mankey stuff, probably some sports cards, maybe some Pogs. Also, tonight, his website is launching. I believe it'll be jjscomicsandart.com or something to that effect. JJ, you got to tell me which website is, buddy.
He did.
He did? Oh, my bad. I'll try harder next time.
Scott's Collectibles is reps for some of the top talent in the business today. They were kind enough to lend a few of their clients to us.
Including our next guest.
Yes. Head over to scottscollectibles.co.uk to check out the latest offerings from their creators.
MajorPain.com is a brand new comic retailer whose website recently launched. Join their Facebook group. It's an insider group, I believe. So I think it's kind of an exclusive deal. And if you, or, just call them. They like talking to comic fans, and they'll help you find the comics and comic art you're looking for.
Alpha Omega Certification, you just saw them on screen with Jimmy and Amanda there. That's Brian Weeks. They are the official facilitator, CGC facilitator for Comic Conline. Check out alphaomegacertification.com for a list of more amazing signature opportunities.
OutrightGeekery.com, the official news provider of Comic Conline. Head over to their website to check out the latest in comic-related news.
Comic Book Shopping Network. I shopped there last night. If you want some impulse buys, if you're looking for those dollar back issues and you're like, hey, I can't find something, check out the Comic Book Shopping Network on Facebook. Great place to go.
OasisComics.com, your home for Jay Lee and David Barron exclusive covers. Head over there now and you can pick up the Power Rangers color exclusive blanks. They sound like fun. I think I want some.
Yeah, we can split it. We'll fight over the green one, though. Right. And last, we have CoffinComicShop.com. Go there for the Comic Conline exclusive. It's the Artgerm Lady Death cover. Runs through Monday.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for us for now. Join us in 27 minutes when we come back with Lucio Perillo.
That is Chris. Chris's second hat there. Look at that. He's going to have a collection.
Oh, he won the
first
Make You.
Yeah.
Oh.
First hat.
Dude. It's like 3 hats for him because he bought a regular one too. He bought one to wear, and now he's got 2 to.
We'll have to talk to people about things they collect outside of comics that are still kind of comic related, like hats signed by creators. That might be a new thing that 2021 brings to us. Everybody's wearing signed hats or something like that. Chris is going to start that.
All right, guys, we'll see you shortly.